It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs and the Fins, and it's coming up next.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Personnel is out. Everyone's ready to get this one going. And here we go from Miami. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Tua taken right to the air. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Tua now from the gun. Taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you get on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They kick the running back in motion. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Completes this one to Hill. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Hauled down by Christian McCaffrey.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They are brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Irving here from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Baker now off the play fake. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Second and 3 now. From the 38. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and just kind of wait. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. Baker now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And they'll bring him down after an all-right gain. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Irving. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins, nothing.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Washington now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So Miami headed out for its second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Achane. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They motion Waddle over left. It is caught left side. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They run the counter to Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That stop made by KJ Britt.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Trey Palmer on the return for the Buccaneers. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Complete to his man, Sterling Shepard. And he gets him around 6 there. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Irving on the inside give. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Play fake, it's Mayfield. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, here's Baker. Got his target, it's Otten. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They send a tight end in motion. This one's taken in by Otten. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and short, Mayfield. He rolls to his right. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some points on that series.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, then those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 29. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. A-Chain running to the right. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down carry for A-Chain. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That stop made by KJ Britt.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Motioning the tight end now. He gets it out left, and it's caught.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. Back deep, that's Trey Palmer. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one sails out, no return on the punt. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Hauled in by Godwin. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. He has the 1st over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Mayfield to throw. Completes this one to Otten. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Mayfield to throw again. Finds his man. It's Godwin. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the 1st half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Third and long for him here. He's got time here. He's got Godwin working that sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin from 37 yards in the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Washington now to return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
On target to Waddle. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 36. He's got Smith. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins facing a deficit near the break. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Tua again. Completes this one to Hill. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's Tagovailoa again. Able to find Achane.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. Got his target. It's Hill. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Aubrey puts it through, and that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Bucky Irving now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bucs getting their offense out there just before halftime. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. 1st down, here's Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Second and 3 now. From the 34. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This one's taken in by Otten. And he's brought down after a short gain. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Looking to throw. This one's taken in by Hill. We've reached the break. The Bucs visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now it's up north to Orlando for a look around the league. We've got Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of running back Bucky Irving. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Irving. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Tampa Bay sending its offense out to begin the third quarter. And they really lean on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Running back sent in motion. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now it's Irving. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Mayfield now from the gun. This ball's cut by Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Got his target. It's Otten. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 39. On target to Godwin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, it's Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd and 3 now. Receiver in motion, headed right. Baker throwing again. Catch made by Bucky Irving.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this third down. Mayfield to throw again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
On the give, this is Irving. Jukes one defender. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable.
And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers take a 3-possession lead.
Dolphins 3.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. D. Eskridge to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Achane. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll stick with Achane. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He has the first over the middle, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there, and it'll be 1st down, Miami.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Taken in by Smith. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa completes this one to Hill. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Hauled down by Christian McCaffrey.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. This finds Smith.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They'll bring out the punter here. Jake Bailey's gonna kick it away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Mayfield on 1st and 10. That one's complete, right side. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from the 41. Going with Irving here. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Right back to Irving now. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Once again, Irving. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
A tight end in motion now. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Carry here for Irving. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running left, this is Irving. And he's not able to get much, but does have it across the 45. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Motioning one of the tight ends. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. The Miami offense headed out there now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Tagovailoa to throw. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Tua now from the gun. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now Tua to throw. Pass cut by Smythe. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Again, it's Tagovailoa. That's Hill on the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Tua again. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
A conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got Smith. And this one doesn't go far. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Tagovailoa now. Has the connection to Smythe. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Achane reels it in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down run from Achane. Space to the left. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still 3rd down.
After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Tua off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has a man, it's Achan. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Here's Achan running right. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuffed at the line. Can't manage even a yard on 2nd and goal, and they'll have 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the 2 were not able to reel it in.
Desperation time here on 4th. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home, and boy, did they ever in a big moment.
The Buccaneers send receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They give to Irving, left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Irving on the inside give. And he takes it forward to the 12 for a small gain. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Buccaneers, well, they can probably just run away and hide. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Baker now from the gun. Chased down to his right. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think, were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. That's taken at the 15. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. They'll run this with Irving. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It's victory formation the rest of the way for these Buccaneers who take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.